Good evening, everyone, on what is turning out to be another cracker. Now, it might have been a week since I uploaded my last video where I got to visit the amazing Shepherd's Hut up in the North Pennines. But actually, in my little world, it's actually only the day after. Because I'm actually, as I mentioned in that previous video, I'm on a three-day trip to the north of England. So yeah, my legs haven't had long to recover. There's about 11 miles in the legs from yesterday and today, so they're already a little bit sore, and I've only been going about 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm no longer in the North Pennines. I'm actually, believe it or not, in the Yorkshire Dales now.
As I entered this dramatic valley though, I realised that I would still be in the county of Cumbria, rather than Yorkshire, which took me by surprise.
Check this out. We might not be in the Lake District, and that's where everyone heads to, but this place looks every bit as epic. And these are proper mountains here. I've checked it out on the OS map. These are all well over 600 metres. And I'm not sure how good your eyesight is, but right in front of us is actually where I'm heading to. It happens to be England's tallest waterfall. I won't say too much now. I'll say a bit more when I get a bit closer. But yeah, I can see it, and it looks amazing from here. Can't wait to get nearer to it. Oh God, I've just had to stop to get my breath back. The sweat is pouring off me, and as predicted, I am blowing out my rear end. I'm sure this video doesn't do it justice, but I tell you, it's so steep. And I probably should have done this first yesterday, before the Shepherd's Hut. So I'm finding this seriously tough. But being honest, if it wasn't for the scenery and this amazing gorge that this river has made here, I reckon I'll be heading back to the car now. But come this far, I'm just going to keep going. If I've got to stop, got to stop. He who dares wins, Rodders. He who dares. Okay, well, I thought this was as good a time as any to introduce the main attraction of the evening. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cautley Spout, the highest waterfall in England. And it's looks impressive even from here, but it's not until I actually pan around and you see how much it's already dropped, even at this point, and also how much I've climbed. Look at that, there's the valley bottom all the way down there, and you might be able to make out the path that I've come up as well. Makes it seem like one hell of an achievement. Certainly is, and actually the legs are holding it together well so far. But yeah, this waterfall is actually in an area of hills called the Howgill Fells. Never heard of them? Don't worry, you're not alone. I have a geography degree, and up until about 4 or 5 months ago, even I'd never heard of them either. It's a bit of a crime, really. I mean, look how amazing this area is. Yes, they might not be quite as high as the Lake District, but I tell you what, they're still breathtaking, and there's not a single person around. And these are the sorts of areas that I love. I mean, the Lake District is gorgeous, and it deserves every single person that visits, but in my opinion, sometimes the crowds can kind of spoil it a little bit. Here, just got it all to myself. Still got a little way to go. Don't know what the view's going to be like from the top, but if these sheep can do it, so can I. Let's keep plodding on up these stairs. Oh, yes, finally made it to the top. All about 630 feet of climbing. Incredible. But here we go. If I come round, you can see there's the drop. You can see that mountain in the distance. That gives you an idea of scale, just how high this thing is. Really pleased to have made it. Next priority is just gone 7. Got about an hour of daylight left. Going to try and find somewhere to have some dinner and somewhere to sleep. Let's go for it. So here we go. About 5 minutes since the last little clip, and I've finally found what I reckon is a pretty good spot. Nice and flat, pretty well sheltered from the wind, and right next to that river. Do you know, it's been a little bit of a dream of mine to actually camp right next to a stream and just drift off to the sound of the running water, and I'm going to finally get it. Only little concern is of course that path, but like I say, I've not seen a single person, and I reckon even if I do see anybody up here, I don't think they'll have a problem with me camping. I'm a good height up, and yeah, the sun should come up over those hills hopefully in the morning, so it should be a lovely little view. Oh, so happy, just so excited about this. Let's get the bivvy set up and get some dinner on the go. Here we go, 5 minutes after opening the bag, and sleeping system's all set up. So easy to do, and I guess that is the beauty of the bivvies. Not only are they really, really light, but they're just super easy to set up. and in really, really small spaces as well, like this one. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever used this, and it is the OX Bush Pro, which I got from Go Outdoors. Really good deal, came with really, really good reviews as well. But I guess I'll let you know just how well it stood up to the, I don't know, the cold and any of the elements in the morning. So hopefully I'll sleep well in it. But I must be honest, I'm excited, but I'm also quite nervous as well, because this is unknown territory for me. It's in some respects it feels really, really cool that I'm going to be sleeping out under the stars, completely at one with nature in a way. But at the same time, that's also a little bit scary. I mean, I've seen a few sheep around on the hillsides. You never know, I might be accosted by a gang of sheep in the middle of the night, and there's no one around to hear me scream. Just have to see how we go with that. I'm also a little bit nervous about, I don't know, bugs, mice. I mean, I guess all of these creeper crawlers are going to want to come and check me out. They're not used to a sort of 6-foot southerner sort of appearing on their hillside. But anyway, let's not worry about that. It's one night. If I don't sleep particularly well, it's not going to kill me. Got enough food and drink to keep me going. So yeah, now that's all set up, I think I want to get some dinner on the go. I keep saying that, but finally do need to get some food in my tummy. I'm really, really hungry. Just about to tuck into my riverside meal, and I've got, well, 3 courses again tonight. That's a bit of luxury, haven't you? And it's a soup to start. Do you know what, actually, this is my one of my go-to meals when I'm camping. They're so easy. They're just obviously easy to carry, don't go off, full of nutrition, and just so easy to cook as well. So this one is from Asda, and it's a, I believe it's sort of mixture of beans and beef as well. Let's give it a try, see what it's like. Oh, that is really good. This will get the old palate going. And then I've got an Indian dish for main course. Of course, couldn't have any of these without a nice beer as well. I've actually opted for the same beer I had last night at the Shepherd's Hut Bothy, an American IPA. Really nice drop of beer, this one. Again from Asda. God, listen to me, I sound like an Asda salesman. But yeah, I must say, actually, I'm not going to do too much filming this evening, just because my phone's not got. I'm actually filming this on my phone, and there's not an awful. I've got about 30% charge left on it, and I'd like to have a bit left for the morning if there's a sunrise and for the journey back as well, because it's going to be quite a precarious descent. So yeah, I might film just before I go to bed, but I think I'm just going to chill out now and enjoy some me time. Why not? Morning, guys. Oh look, I made it. I survived. Even surprised myself, to be honest. Really wasn't sure what to expect last night, with it being my first Bivvy experience. But yeah, overall actually it was a really, really peaceful night. Drifted off pretty easily with that river next to me. But I did realise that although this ground I'm on seems pretty flat, it's actually sort of sloping towards the river. So I found myself waking up a few times just so having to move myself away from the bank. So it got a little bit, it seemed to get closer and closer each time I drifted off. But yeah, no, I'm pretty pleased that all of the sheep left me alone. Didn't have any of them sort of trying to make new friends in the middle of the night. Also, yeah, put my food a little bit sort of upstream. So if there were any mice around that fancied a bit of a feed, I kept them away from me. So I think that was a pretty smart move. But I tell you what, overall, I'd say I probably got about 5 hours sleep. So not the best night, but could have been a lot worse as well. But I tell you, the stomach's pretty hungry now. I need to get some food on the go and get myself warmed up. Bivvy has kept me pretty warm, but still quite high up here, so it's pretty chilly. Let's get moving, get the grub on. Well, if you're wondering why I'm laughing, it's because I've gone to collect my food from just upstream, and as predicted, some little bugger's been well at it. If I show you the bag, I can't help but laugh. That definitely wasn't there last night. So I've got to give hats off to them. They've done pretty well to get through it. Let's have a look at what they've done. Aha! They clearly like nuts. Look at the hole in that. What else have they gone for? Right, this was actually, these are biscuits. It looks like they've left those alone. So it seems like mice or whatever the thing was, doesn't like tin foil. And I've got bread wrapped in this as well, and that's also untouched. So I'm pleased. I've still got some breakfast, got some beans to boil up as well. So they've had some nuts. Do you know what? I'm not going to eat these now, so I'm probably going to scatter these around, let them enjoy the rest, let them fill their boots. Why not? Let's get the brekkie on the go. And of course, got to start the day as well with a coffee. Oh, good stuff. Just going to finish the brekkie. So just check the area, make sure it's all clean and tidy. Left us, you know, that old motto, leave no trace. Got to make sure that there's no evidence that I was ever there. And then I've got that pretty dodgy journey back down the waterfall again. Looking forward to that. Right, well, packed up and left camp. It's really annoying actually because I've only been walking about 10 minutes and I've come across this amazing spot here. Do you know, if I'd have just pushed on a little bit more last night, I reckon this is where I would have camped. I mean, where I was last night was great. It was really sheltered and it was lovely to be by the river. But this little spot here, the river actually opens up. You've got a little tributary here feeding into it. And then you've got the main river over there as well. And in the middle, you've got some lovely flat ground. So you're kind of a bit protected there by the sheep, which are on a little bit of an island. They can only come to you from the top of the hill up there. And you've just got more expansive views. But hey ho, you live and learn. So not sure if you can make out that little dot in the distance that's moving. That is a hiker who passed me about 10 minutes ago. It took me by a bit of surprise. I wasn't expecting to see anybody up here, and nor was he. He actually said that he's been walking, he's a local guy, and he's been walking around here for years, and he's never seen another person. Just goes to it just reiterates what I said yesterday about the fact that this really is a place that is so close to the Lake District, yet it's just it's unknown by pretty much everybody. Now he was saying about how this place should be kept a secret. I'm not completely sure about that. I mean, I can see what he means. It's part of the appeal is just how quiet it is. But yeah, I've still made this video. I'm still letting people know actually what an amazing place this is. It's well worth the effort, that's for sure. And so the descent begins. It's not too bad to start off with, but if I pan around, here is the path I've got to follow. You can probably make it out there. It's making its way all the way down the mountainside. I tell you what, that is a hell of a descent. And I will say, it is stunning up here, but if you're somebody who doesn't have a head for heights, maybe think about doing this one because, yeah, you'd probably struggle. I mean, my girlfriend Louise, we did Jacob's Ladder in the Peak District, which in my opinion is nowhere near as steep or as high as this, and she found it really hard. So yeah, do think about that before you do it. Luckily for me though, I'm not too bad with heights. And at least I can see where I've got to get to. There's the valley floor, the river meandering off in the distance, that's the bottom of the falls. And those distant farms you can see, that is where my car is parked. So destination in sight. Let's crack on, let's get it done, but I'm going to take it slowly. So here we go guys, one last look at the amazing Cautley Spout. What an incredible place. So pleased that I've come. I've had a really, really enjoyable sort of 12 hours or so. Hopefully you've really, really enjoyed it as well. Thanks ever so much for watching. And yeah, if you've enjoyed the video, press like. And don't forget to subscribe as well, so you can enjoy my up and coming sort of adventures. Hopefully I'll be out on the road again soon. Take care of yourselves. See you later. Goodbye.